Here we go, rocking and rolling, continuing on with our transformations. And today we are going to concentrate on reflections. Take out your notes and let's get started. Our question will be very similar to what we had previously on translations. We'll start the same way. How do I graph and write the coordinates only this time, instead of a translation, we are going to talk about reflections. All right, so what exactly is a reflection? This is a type of transformation. And what happens is we flip the image across a line. This particular line could be called the line of reflection. Sometimes it's called the line of symmetry, but it's the line that the image is flipped across. That the image is flipped across. Sometimes we also call it a mirror line or a mirrored image. And frankly, sometimes I also call it a fold line. And here's why. Back in those elementary days when you could create some cool art projects, you might take a piece of paper, large piece of construction paper, fold it in half, open it up, make some sort of cool painting design on one side, and then you would fold the image together, press down, and when you open it back up, you get a cool design that's perfectly symmetric across that line. And so that is a perfect example of a reflection. Also, oh, yellow, where'd that come from? Also, every time it was Valentine's Day and you learned how to make hearts, that's a perfect illustration of using a reflection line or a line of symmetry to cut out that heart. And again, pre and post images are the befores and the after the transformation takes place. So let's take a look here. And I want to focus specifically on making sure you can see where that line is in the copy for your notes. It might not always be that evident. So I'm going to be very, very specific at putting a dashed line here. When you reflect an image and you go to graph it, you basically take each point and travel to that line that is the line of symmetry or the line of reflection and travel in a perpendicular way. So in this case, I drop straight down from point A to the line and it's 1 unit away. So my new A is going to go right here. Please label it as A prime. F is 2 units away. So here's where F prime will be. E, 1, 2 is 3 units away from the line of symmetry, so that drops down here. Likewise, do the same with graphing D prime, C prime. Whoops, hold on, this is B. See, even I've got to be careful here. D is 3 units away. D prime should be down there. And connect by graphing, and there's your reflected image, okay? All right, let's look at this one. Here is the line of reflection right here. And notice that G is exactly on the line. What happens when you go to reflect it, you're kind of basically flipping this thing over that line. G prime, the reflected image, is going to be exactly in the same spot. So G prime and G are the same point. F prime is 2 units away. E prime is the furthest away here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come down here. C prime is there, and D prime is 3 units away. And then connect these points to create that reflected pentagon, which is reflecting across that line. Now, where it gets more challenging is when you have a line that is not exactly horizontal or vertical. Here is your line of reflection, and it is at a diagonal. So when we go to start reflecting these, I need you to travel perpendicularly to the line. B would come straight down here, one diagonal unit away from the line. So put B prime diagonally 1 unit away from the line. C, 1, 2, 1, 2. Here's where C prime ends up. Okay, and they will be connected. This is going to look a little different, so hold on. A, right here, travel diagonally. 1, 2, 3 units. 1, 2, 3 units. Here is A prime. And D up here, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's D prime. So notice that this rectangle in its reflected image isn't oriented the same way. Okay, the size is the same. The position is different, and the orientation ends up being different. Sometimes the orientation may look the same if your particular image has exactly the same type of if it's got a line of symmetry in it. But in this case, the orientation is different for this guy, okay? And if you want to check or if you're in doubt, I will get out the mirrors in class, which you can use to practice reflecting. You can also just try to fold your paper and see if those lines match up. All right, let's take a look at some with our coordinates, okay? Write the coordinates of the post image. So here's A, and it says reflect across the line x equals 4. Now hold on, okay? Find on the x-axis where 4 is. It's right here. This is your line, because this line is where every single point has an x value of 4. And start reflecting across there. Here comes A prime right here. And will you notice the coordinates of this point are 2, 4. B is much further away. B was over here at 9. I have to travel 5 units to get to the line, which means I have to travel 5 units this way. -1, 4. C, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's where C prime is. And that happens to be at 0, 3. D prime is right here, and D prime is going to end up over here. That point right there, which is at -1, 2. E prime is right here, 2 units away from the line of symmetry. So there is E prime. And last but not least, here's F prime, 1, 2, 3 units away. And there's where F prime lands. My last two coordinates here, E prime is at 2, 2. F prime is at 1, 3. All right, one last one here. This one, they want you to reflect across the line where x equals -3. On the x-axis, find -3. And then we travel this way. Along this vertical line is where every single coordinate has an x value of -3. -3, 0, -3, 1, -3, 2, -3, 3, and so on. So let's go ahead and find these 5 points reflected this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, I'm going the wrong way. I was thinking across this x-axis and not Let me erase that point out of the way so we aren't confused. And let's get this correct. In fact, I'll switch color here so we can see. D, 1, 2, 3, 4 is 4 units away from my line of reflection. Here is my new reflected point D. H is 2 points away. Here's H prime. G is only 1 unit away, so G prime will be right there. F is 2 units away. There's F prime and E prime. Draw the image of this pentagon, and there is your transformed image. Good luck reflecting, and your assignment is posted in Schoology and in this packet. Good luck, and may the force be with you.